when you create a Django project with the Django admin start project, okay, when you use that command, Django of course comes with installed apps, and you can find out these installed apps in the installed apps list. One of those apps is django.contrib.auth. From django.contrib.auth, we can import two important classes. Okay, so let's do that. From django.contrib.auth.models, we can import, actually there are three. We have the user class, there's the abstract user class, and there's the abstract base user, abstract user, and abstract base user. Usually, when you want to simply extend the inbuilt user model, which is this one over here, you simply create a one-to-one field, okay? A one-to-one relationship with this inbuilt user class from auth.models, okay? And this kind of model is always called a profile model. For example, assuming we had our employee class, okay, that simply inherits from models.model, okay, and for example, we have a field that represents the department that an employee belongs to, models.character field with a maximum length, okay, equals to, let us say 10, maybe department ID, models.character field, we can call it also max length 20, like that, okay, if this was the requirement for our class, okay. So sometimes you need to have additional information about a user like this, like employees, but this information is not required for authentication. If we don't need the department and the department ID for authentication, but we want to have a relationship between the user, okay, and the employee model, the user model and employee model, we can simply create a one-to-one relationship, okay. We can say user is equals to models.one-to-one field, and we say it's related to the user, like that. We can say on delete models.cascade, as simple as that. So we have stored additional information about the user and created a relationship using a one-to-one field. This kind of models are really called profile models. You'll find this term profile model common in the Django community. But sometimes you want to change the authentication mechanism of Django, okay? You want to substitute the inbuilt user model, okay? You want to make some tweaks on how authentication works in Django. Django provides two classes. One is abstract user, another one is abstract base user. The difference between these two lies in the level of abstraction, okay? So the abstract user, its purpose is that it is a fully implemented user model with many fields and functionality already built in, which can be extended or modified. So if you look at this initial class that we just used here, user model, and you look at it, are you seeing it inherits from abstract user? Do you see that? Inherits from abstract user and is also swappable. It can be replaced. It inherits from abstract user. So meaning user and abstract user are actually very identical. When you want your own definition of a user model, you simply inherit from abstract user and make definitions. So we can do it right here. We can say class abstract user, like this, abstract user. No, actually, let us call it custom user. All right, sorry about that. I meant to say custom user. And then we can now inherit from abstract base user. Okay. And then here you can now create other fields, additional fields. Okay. So you can say maybe date of birth. Date of birth equals to maybe date models. Okay. Dot date field, something like that. Okay. So let's go into this abstract base user. Actually, this is supposed to be abstract user, not abstract base user. Sorry about that. Abstract user. Okay. So let's go into its definition. So I'll hover over it and then press command or control, and then we see. So you see abstract user inherits from abstract base user and permission mixing. So what we just inherited here, this abstract user, is made up of this other one. But you see that it comes with a number of fields, okay? It comes with fields like the username, it comes with the first name, it comes with the username validator, it comes with the last name, email, is staff, okay? Is active, it comes with date joined, objects, a user manager, it comes with an email field, username field defined to username, okay? It comes with a required field, which is the email is required. It comes with this class meta, another methods, okay, like clean, get full name, get short name, email user, okay. So it comes with a number of methods and fields already defined for you. So use this abstract user when and only when you simply want to extend or customize Django's default user model while retaining most of the built-in features. In other words, you need the username, you need the first name, the last name, email, is staff, all these, okay? You need all this implementation, and you're just going to add a few details to it, okay? For example, you only maybe want to change the username field. For example, if I came to our class here, I can say and find our email field to be models.email field like that, okay? And then I can say our username field will be now the email, okay? And because it's our username field, we have to make sure that it is unique. Username field must always be unique. We say unique equals to true. So I hope you've understood that. Use the abstract user when you want to retain all of Django's inbuilt user models features and you want to make minimal customizations. Now let's go to the other one, the abstract base user. Now this abstract base user, we can make use of it in the same way. So you can say class custom user 2, and then I say abstract base user. Okay, let's make it empty. So let's go into this and see the details. Okay, you see it inherits from models.model, and it has a few fields, only 3 fields. It has password, last login, and is active. Okay, then it has other methods here. Okay, down here, save. So you see it lacks the other fields. Do you notice that it lacks things like first name, last name, email, is staff, that is active, date joined. It has no user manager. It has no username field, no required fields. You see that? If we let's go to its definition. Okay, you see, it doesn't have those. Okay, so you now see the difference. Okay, so user inherits from abstract user, and abstract user inherits from this. So when you want full absolute control, okay, when you want full absolute control to define your own fields, in other words, fields like this, you don't need the first name, last name. You want to define your own way of authentication. Use abstract base user. So it is important when you need absolute control over the entire structure and functionality. Okay, so take note of that. Like I said, it does not include fields like username, email, is staff. You must define these manually. Okay, so take note of that. And one more thing, when you use either abstract user and abstract base user, make sure to go to your settings and define a setting called auth underscore user model, okay, which will be equals to the label of your app, okay. And in that case, it is, for us, it's accounts, okay, accounts dot custom user, like that. That's if we are using this one here. Okay, if it's this one, it will be accounts dot custom user 2. Make sure you do this before you run your first migration. Otherwise, if you do it after running your first migration, you'll have to go through a challenging process, or rather difficult process. Not so challenging, but it's tedious, okay, to be able to rectify and be able to have your custom user model. So I hope you've learned something from this.